everyone, I'm Santiago, and today I'm going to be testing Need for Speed on PC. I'm using the Geforce GTX 750 Ti, and for FPS monitoring I'm using CAM. As you can see, the yellow letters in the bottom left corner of the video. If you want to know how to use it, click on the top right corner of the video what the CAM logo is, or check the description below to learn more. So, got this game early. Graphics settings 1080p, refresh rate 60Hz, vertical sync off, window mode off. Textures we have from ultra, low, medium and high. I suggest you keep it on low or medium on the 750 Ti, or you will have awful performance issues. I tried them on high and ultra and the game ran awful, so keep it on medium or low. Then motion blur we have on or off. I'll keep it on just for you, the ones that like using it. Shadows from low to ultra, I'll keep it on high. Then ambient occlusion, SSAO, HBAO or off, we keep SSAO. HBAO is the Nvidia exclusive, I keep it on SSAO because HBAO is very expensive in performance. Details, effect details from low to ultra, we keep it on high. Geometry detail from low to ultra, we keep it on high too. Anti-aliasing, well, we have off, FXAA or TAA. TAA is the one that consoles use, that we use on Fallout 4 and also the one we use on Rainbow Six Siege. I don't like it much, most people uses it, so I'll keep it on just for you. Then, what else do we have? Well, we have the audio options over here. Music and effects can be tweaked at your preference. Then we have, you can use it optimized for TV speakers, headphones or home cinema. I keep it at headphones because I'm using that. Then game settings, you can play alone or find a new game when you have the full version. I'm using the trial version. It runs the same as the final game. The final game is 6 days away. This is because I use Origin Access for $4.99 a month. You can play some of the EA games early. This is one of them. This is a trial of 10 hours. You have access to a little part of the game, but it runs the same as the finished game. So good. Then the units, miles per hour or kilometers per hour, I use this one. And you can get rid of the minimap, speedometer or the game info. So that's awesome. Then the privacy settings, friend recommendation, shared usage data with EA. Then snapshot sharing with everyone, only me, friends, all that kind of stuff. And the controls, we have the gamepad controls. You can customize it the way you want. If you want to accelerate with the left trigger, you can do that. And brake with the other. Yeah, that's good. I like when they do that. This should be on every game. I'll reset it. Yes, please. Okay. I don't know why this is on map. Hang on. Okay. Yeah. Oh, and you can do manual. You can manually change your gears here. You can map it if you want. You can open the map, all that kind of stuff. You can map your gamepad settings. That's pretty awesome. No games do that on PC, so I like that they did. Then, no, I don't want to play it. Then you can change the keyboard bindings, of course. You have all this stuff. That's awesome. Then you can use a wheel if you have one. You can customize the sensitivity of it. And you can also customize it. So that's pretty cool too. No, don't save the changes. But you can do all that kind of stuff. But you can just, if you have these kind of wheels, you can connect them too. You have one for each already made and you can customize it. So that's great, and they added all the stuff, the Thrustmaster, the Logitech G920, the G29, the G27, you have everything here. It's pretty awesome. They really worked their hours for that. And yeah, so awesome stuff here. I would like more stuff on the options menu for the graphics. Whatever. The minimum requirements for this game are an i3 4130, a GTX 750 Ti 2GB for running it at 720p 30 frames per second lowest setting. Let's try it on 1080p medium to high settings, medium textures, everything on high, and see if the system requirements were accurate. So, welcome to Need for Speed. As you can see, we're running this game at 25 to 30 frames per second. Remember that I'm recording, that's a 3 to 5 FPS boost without recording. But as you can see here, we're having very awesome performance out of the box. So we have this performance with everything on high except textures that are on medium. So very impressive. The system requirements weren't accurate at all. On 720p lowest setting I'm getting 60s mostly. So EA gave us some wrong system requirements apparently, just like every other developer or publisher. Okay, let's go do the mission. If I get a cinematic, I will just skip it, so keep that in mind. I will skip cinematics straight to gameplay. I don't want to get copyrighted because the cinematics are, well, live action. They are made by humans, by people in real time. This is not, that's not rendered in game, so keep that in mind. Okay, so I'm back. Now there was one cinematic, that's why it took me a bit long. It was a live action cinematic, and I tried to pause the game, but it's all running anyway. So this is, remember, high settings, medium to low textures, medium or low textures. They pretty much run the same. So we have medium textures, then everything on high, and TAA, which is ambient occlusion. I'm sorry. It's anti-aliasing technique that blurs a lot the image. But remember, this is 1080p and everything on high except textures. On the 750 Ti, 2 GB, I tried to overclock, but I couldn't do it. For some reason, the driver crashes a lot now. It seems like the last 4 drivers I installed made me unable to play with the overclock, just like I used to do. So that's a bummer. Okay, so now I'm back. There was another long cinematic. Now I'm back into the game. So let's see how it runs now. 1080p, high settings, medium textures. Well, as you can see, we are dropping below 30 a lot. Now we are in the low 20s. So that's terrible. I will lower the settings, but the thing here is that if I pause the game, this race will finish. I mean, it will continue going, and I will lose. So I prefer to keep playing like this for now. I'll lower the settings after the race. As you can see, we're dropping a lot below 30, so that's not good at all. But let's see. Now that the consoles run this at 30 frames per second too, the PS4 runs it. What the fuck? Okay. There was no flow there. What the? That was funny. Yeah. Whatever. The floor just disappeared. Nice glitches. Okay. So now when I'm at loading screen, I hope the next game has a street. But yeah. Let's see. I'll pause the game anyway and lower the settings, whatever. I'll lower it to medium and see what happens there. But first I gotta go into the game again. Okay, I'm back. Now we go into medium, medium, medium. I'll keep this the same. So medium settings, 1080p. Okay, again, we're still below 30 for some reason. I don't know what's going on, but another cinematic. See you in the next one. Okay, so I'm back now. The cinematic finished. I'm going to show you now. I'm on 1080p, everything on medium. So let's see. I'm going to try driving fast in order to struggle to get as much as possible. Okay, that drift killed the FPS. And now the FPS are dying. Yeah, 1080p doesn't seem to be a good idea. Oh, okay, now we're fine. Yeah, it's very unstable. On the 950 run way better, so I don't know what's going on here. Okay, now we're fine. It might be the recording, but so far so good. It seems that the 1080p is not very stable for this. Whoa, near miss. And yeah, now we're, yeah, the frame rate died there. Everything at the lowest. Let's see if that keeps us stable frame rate at last. Okay, still not. We're still below 30. What the hell? Okay, it seems that it doesn't make much of a difference for some reason. But now we're fine. Yeah, now we're fine. Let's play a little more and see what happens. Okay. Not dropping below 30 yet. And there we drop. Well, we're back up. But yeah, not very good. I was expecting worse, to be honest. I also cannot even overclock my 750 Ti due to some drivers. See, 3 drivers ago I wasn't able to overclock. I mean, able to overclock. It won't run the same as the other overclocks. The previous overclock I got was high, and I could not use it again. But it seems that 1080p low settings is the way to go for 1080p. 1080p low settings. It will still drop below 30, but I will try now 900p. Let's try 900p and high settings and TAA. Okay. Let's see. And now on high settings we have 35, 34 frames per second. Not too bad. Let's see when we drive fast. Okay. It seems fine for the moment. I see some stuttering here and there. It might be because of the CPU. The CPU is getting a lot of heat here. Not a lot of heat, a lot of punches. But we're fine so far. So high settings 900p, it seems stable. Well, now it dropped to 27, but if I'm not recording it should be 3 FPS more, so we're still on 30 technically. But the game looks gorgeous, no matter what. No matter what, the game looks gorgeous, yeah. Okay, let's now try 720. Yeah, 720 first. 720 high settings. I'm expecting bottleneck here. But, let's see. Okay, now we're about 30 into the 40s. Perfect. I mean, so far, so good. Yeah, whatever. Don't bother me. Yeah, we're now doing good, apparently. 720p, we low textures, everything on high. Seems to be the best setting so far. Very smooth in comparison to the other one. You have to play on 1080p low settings for 30-ish frames per second, and if you want to play on 900p you should play on medium settings to maintain those 30 frames per second, and if you want to play at 720p you can pretty much play at high settings. You will have 30 to 60 frames per second, 30 to 50 better said. since we have 50s on close environments such as these, and once we go onto the open street, kinda gets below 50, or at least it should. But the CPU is holding up pretty well. Let's see if I do this. Yeah, I thought so. This destroys the frame rate. Like 10 frames per second, but you don't do it much, so nothing to worry about. Yeah. Whatever. I'll now try on the GTX 950, so stay tuned for that video. I hope you enjoyed the video, thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye!